What up, world? I'm Steve. You guys are the crypto crew, and this is where we keep crypto simple and easy to understand. Today, we have an exciting video to get to. The crypto markets have taken a dip. We're going to jump into the charts and answer the two most important questions. Number one, should we be concerned? Number two, how long is this going to last? If you guys are new here, we welcome you into the crypto crew. You definitely want to subscribe. Hit that button right now and turn on that bell for those fresh new videos. Everybody's biggest question in crypto is when should I buy and when should I sell? If you have that question, I want to help relieve your stress and give you the powerful answers. My intermediate class, which is linked below, teaches you step by step when to buy and step by step when to sell, so you never have to wonder again. No more stress, and you can grow your money. All the links below are to sign up. You can pay with debit card, credit card. I also accept crypto. You can email me to pay in crypto. I also have my email down there if you have further questions about the classes. There is also a beginner series as well. If you're very new to crypto, this will teach you exactly what you need to know as a beginner. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. It's great to see all the crypto crew back here. Love you guys. Let's jump into the video. Also, we're going to do at the end of the video, we're going to unveil our first ever rapid fire series where I answer some of your questions. So I'm looking forward to that at the end of the video. All right, so we're going to start here with Bitcoin. If you remember our last video, I had good news for you and bad news for you. The good news is that across the board, we were looking like we wanted to go on a run. The bad news was that Bitcoin 10K was staring us in the face, and it happened right as we suspected. We did go on a run. We had a nice run up across the board. Bitcoin actually really started to touch 10K on some exchanges. It did touch 10K, and then we had a pullback. Okay, so now we need to ask ourselves the next step, which is, should we be concerned about this, and how long will this last? So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys I'm not that concerned, and let me give you a few reasons why. If we zoom in here on the daily chart, what we see first and foremost is we caught support on this recent candle right at a pivotal point, 9,100. This is not just pivotal for the past handful of weeks, it's been pivotal for many months. So this is a very critical level for us. We held support on that, so I'm not that concerned. I would be concerned if we broke this line of support, which is 8,500. Okay, so to be very blunt, even if we cross 9,001, I'm not that concerned until if we cross 8,005, then we're going to break this uptrend that we've been building for over a month, about a month, okay? So we shouldn't be that concerned. If you're really concerned right now, take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. All right? So we've been building this nice upturn here, but if we zoom out, my stance has not changed. Okay, there's many people that are bullish on Bitcoin. I haven't been through this whole stance, and there's one reason why. There's one price in this whole Bitcoin chart that's the most critical one, and it's still 11,500. I will be bullish if we're to confirm 11,005 as our support, meaning that we break through 11,005 and we come back to confirm it as support. Then I will be bullish. Until then, in my opinion, in my experience, we are still in a bear market. This is a great run up. We're in a great run up, but that doesn't mean that we're bullish. So that's my big picture stance on Bitcoin. Now let's zoom in and talk about a little more specifics. If you look at the RSI down here, we are right at this pivotal level that I drew here, this orange line. Again, all my intermediate students, you guys have free access here to all the charts that I use on Coinigy. This one is called BTC USD. You can pull this up. We're right on this pivotal level. We did have a cross down in the stochastics, and it's looking like we're trying to get support on this 20 level in the stochastics, which we've been able to get support on many occasions. It holds support and resistance, as you can see here, just on 5-3 that we held support. It's been support here, it was resistance here. So this 20 level is critical. We're going to look to see if we can catch support there. However, we do have a cross down. So can we move further down from here? Can we cross 9,001? Absolutely. But again, I would be concerned if we cross 8,005. I won't be that concerned with 9,001 cross, and it may happen. So just prepare yourselves for that. So we're trying to hold support here on the RSI. We're trying to hold support on the stochastics. But overall, we're still in good shape, guys. Nothing to be really concerned about. And Bitcoin is going to drive the market for everybody else. So let's jump into a few more coins because they're in some different situations than Bitcoin. However, everybody's going to follow Bitcoin's lead. That's just how the cookie crumbles, and that's how it's going to be for the foreseeable future. Let's jump into Ethereum. Ethereum had a massive run up, as we've talked about, more than double that of Bitcoin. And we've had a nice pullback here with Ethereum. And what do you know it? It pulled back right to this level. That is the most critical level in the RSI on the daily chart for Ethereum. It's right at about 59.6 is the level that we drew here. And this level has been critical for the entire history of Ethereum. So that's a very positive sign that we're holding support on this level. We had a cross down on the stochastics, meaning that our momentum is shifting down. And you can see we're at a significantly higher level on the stochastics than Bitcoin is. All right. On the chart, we're also holding steady. One level to keep in mind to be concerned with for Ethereum is if we cross the $600 mark. If we're going below 600 on Ethereum, I would be concerned. But we're not right now. We're at 743. Okay, so that's the level I'm looking at to still continue this momentum that we've been building for a month. Okay, we've been in a rally for a month. To continue that, we need to stay above 600. So that's a level to keep in mind with Ethereum. Let's jump to XRP, Ripple. Ripple has been holding its own, guys. Look at the past. Let's see, how many candles is that? 6 candles, green candles. We had talked about this with Ripple, that we were going to be holding support at this critical level that we drew on the daily chart. With Ripple, it's about 54.7. Again, with the RSI, this has been a critical level for the history of Ripple, not just in the past few days or weeks. This is a very critical line. And we held support and we got a bounce. We were talking about that in our previous videos to watch for that, and it's held strong through this dip with crypto. In fact, we still haven't had a cross down with our momentum. Ripple, the stochastics, is still heading up. So Ripple showing some strength here, which is great to see. Remember, 2 videos ago, Ripple was ahead of the trend. Ripple was ahead of the trend, even ahead of Ethereum, which was driving this recent rally. So Ripple is still ahead of the trend. So we'll see how that continues to play out, but it's looking quite good. Ripple is actually above the 50-day, above the 200-day, and above the 100-day. So showing some strength. Next up, EOS. EOS has been one of the biggest players in the crypto markets, and we had talked about it. It went on a massive run, something like 330%. It was the biggest rally, triple that of Ethereum, and about 6 times the run-up of Bitcoin. So huge rally. We had warned that the correction was coming. We did get a big correction, and we talked about the correction pulling back right to this pivotal level that we drew, and it's played out exactly like we had thought it would. And on the previous video, I talked about, guys, pay attention, because EOS in the coming days or week is probably going to have another push up, and it looks like we're building that as we speak. So it's building some support right here above this critical level. We have the stochastics, hasn't had a cross yet, but we're bottoming out. So our momentum, it can't go any lower. We can hang out there for a handful of more days, and then EOS is probably going to have a nice bounce off of this daily RSI and a move back up. So look for that to happen in the next handful of days. Next up, Cardano. Cardano, very different situation than the others. Cardano has had a little pullback. One of the key things to look at is we just broke this 9-day kind of consolidation that we had. All right, we just made a lower low, which I don't like to see. We are catching support currently on this critical level. On the daily chart, it is right at 55. So again, all my intermediate students, you guys have this chart ADA as well as all the charts that we covered here. To find the chart, look at what I saved it under right here. So I'm a little bit concerned. We did make it a lower low. I don't like to see that. However, I would be more concerned if we were to cross 25 cents. All right, that would kind of nullify what this big momentum shift that we've had in the past month. So it's looking decent. We're holding support. Our stochastics had a cross with a move down, and it looks like we're going to try to hold support at the 20 on the stochastics, just like we did right here on 427. So still looking decent. We'll have to see how this plays out with the critical point that it's in right now. Up next, Litecoin. Litecoin's in a different situation than the rest. All right, so let's zoom in here. We pulled down and we had a nice bounce off of this critical line here that we drew on the daily RSI. The level is right at about 50. Again, these levels are not just important for the past few days. We always look at the big picture on this channel, and everybody, as you're watching these videos, really try to take some pieces to learn. This channel is all about learning. That's my passion. My passion is teaching. So every video, I hope you pull some pieces of information away that you can get better in this crypto world, gain some more confidence. One of the big things is emotion. You have to control your emotion. If you're always checking your phone and you're always worried each move up with Bitcoin and down, you're always anxious and what should I buy, when should I buy? I want to control. That's the most powerful thing. The reality is 90% of investors fail. That's the cold truth, right? And there's a reason for that. It's emotion. We have to control that. So that's a big piece of my classes, by the way. All my students will tell you that they made so much improvement with controlling their emotion. You have to control your emotion, guys. So Litecoin has had a pretty big dip. However, we're still holding strong. Litecoin stair-stepped its way up. It held its support right along this 50-day for, it looks to be about 10, 12 days. Held its support along that 50-day, and then we stair-stepped our way up past the 200 and past the 100, showing big strength. We just confirmed back down. Look for Litecoin's next move to hold support on this critical line right here on the daily RSI for about 50. So look for us to continue down. We did have a stochastics cross with our momentum shifting down. So look for us to potentially, hopefully, hold support above this, this RSI line. So that's it for these coins. Now I want to get to the rapid fire questions. This is something that we're going to start doing in each and every video, and it's to enhance learning. So everybody that's watching, if you have questions about crypto, write in the comments, write rapid fire question, and then put your question. Each video I'm going to take 3 or 4, maybe 5, who knows, rapid fire questions, and we're going to answer them so that everybody collectively we can learn and grow together. So let's jump into that. Before we get into that, let me just follow up with the classes, everybody. Take your education seriously. I don't want you guys to be trading. If you have all this emotion and anxiety and stress, you shouldn't have that. You should know exactly when to buy and exactly when to sell. And if you don't know exactly when to do that, you have to take it seriously, guys. My classes will teach you exactly how to do that. So do yourself a favor, sign up to those classes, and get rid of that anxiety, get rid of that stress, and have a clear game plan and grow your money. So there's also a beginner series. If you guys are really new to crypto, it'll teach you exactly what you need to know as a beginner. My advanced series is going to launch in 3 weeks. So super excited about that. It's going to cover Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci retracements, Elliott waves, engulfing candles, day trading, swing trading, and investing strategies for day trading, swing trading, investing using those indicators. So very excited about that. If you have questions about the classes, my personal email is below, but please only email me with questions about the classes. If you have other questions, DM me on Twitter. I answer everybody there. So look forward to welcoming you in. Let's get to this rapid fire series. Again, write in the comments your question that we will cover on the next video. Question number 1. I get a lot of these, and I saw many comments in the comments, many questions in the comments about wallets. So a lot of people are wondering, Steve, which is the best wallet to use? How about the Ledger Nano versus the Treasure? Which is better? Is there a better option? What should I do with wallets? Let me cover it. Number 1, get yourself a wallet. Get yourself a wallet. And don't store any passwords on anything electronic. Write your passwords old school, guys. Keep it old school. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it in multiple places and keep it safe. Unfortunately, my honest opinion, there's no good wallets, and I'm pretty disappointed about that. We're in the technological age, but all the wallets are there. There's no really great option with wallets, and I'm disappointed. I have a Treasure. It's not the best. The Nano is just about the same. All right. Unfortunately, there's no good option with wallets, and again, I'm surprised about that. I wish there was a better option where it could store everything. If you guys have better options with the wallets, write it in the comments so that everybody can learn. Number 2, with the rapid fire questions. This was a good question. It was about market cap. It was, hey Steve, could Ethereum potentially one day pass Bitcoin being the #1 crypto in terms of market cap? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I expect that to happen. But I think the first time that it happens, it's going to be short-lived, maybe for a month or so. And then Bitcoin will regain its dominance. But in a few years from now, I expect Ethereum to have a move ahead and claim that #1 position. We'll see if it can hold it. But Ethereum, it has a very bright future. And obviously Bitcoin has a bright future. Nobody can argue that. But yeah, I expect that to happen. Next question. Ooh, this is a good one. I really like this one. The question is, how long will it take for crypto to really impact the world? Great question, loaded question. I'll try to give you the short answers. I think 5 years, realistically. Some people want to say, hey, well, it's changing the world right now. No, it's not. Anytime a new technology comes out, look at this, the phone. How many years did it take for this to be a thing? A long time. If you think about credit cards, when credit cards first came out and debit cards, it took 35 years for humans to adapt to that. We didn't trust credit cards. We thought they were fraudulent. We didn't trust debit cards. It took 35 years, everybody. When we switched from gold to paper money that you guys know today, you probably have in your wallet, it took more than 80 years for humans to adapt to that change. We're changing now from plastic money, credit card, debit card, to digital money, it's going to take time, guys, at least 5 years. And then if you think about the technology side, when is that going to impact it? As I look at crypto as kind of like the new age internet, we're a long ways away. But what I expect to happen in these next 5 years is we're going to have a bigger correction. If you guys think this is a big correction, it's not. There'll be something bigger, more bloody, and it's going to be similar to what happened in the dot-com bubble. I invested in the stock market during that time, and it was disastrous, but it was the best time to invest, guys, during that period, because it flushed out everybody in the dot-com bubble. It kept the strong players alive, and then the technology grew and grew and grew. The internet didn't go away. Crypto is not going to go away, but a lot of these coins will. It'll flush out all the weak players. It'll make room for new growth, and then crypto will more than likely explode. It'll go on a big run. So that's kind of my big picture synopsis of how this market is going to play out. But I love this market. I'm very bullish about this market in the big picture. But we have to really understand that some bigger correction is going to happen in the next 5 years, way bigger than this one. If you guys think this is really massive, this correction that we're still in, this bear market, it potentially is not over yet. We also have to take that into consideration. So we always got to stay a couple steps ahead of the game. That's what we do on this channel. All right, everybody, if you guys have your rapid fire questions, write them in the comments. I'm going to take maybe a couple for the next video, maybe a couple more. We'll have to see how it goes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, there's going to be something on your screen right now with the profile picture. Click on that, hit that subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and welcome into the Crypto Crew. It was great to see you guys, the Crypto Crew back here. I love you guys. We'll see you on the next video. I look forward to welcoming you into the classes as well. Email me if you have further questions. Peace and love to the Crypto Crew.